Spiritualism does not perform miracles. The science of invisible life. Kardec clearly states, spiritualism does not perform miracles because it does not override the laws of nature. Everything manifested in spiritual phenomena is within the natural order, governed by laws that humanity is only beginning to understand. Spiritualism is the continuation and unfolding of human science into the realms of the invisible. It reveals that spiritual forces follow laws as precise as those governing gravity, electricity, or light. What we call a spiritualist phenomenon is the intelligent action of spirits on universal fluids, this subtle substance that fills space and serves as an intermediary between the spiritual world and the material world. These fluids are the link between thought and matter, between will and effect. Just as electricity obeys physical laws, spiritual fluid obeys moral and vibrational laws. When we understand these laws, we stop seeing the prodigy and begin to see divine science in action. Modern physics reinforces this view. It shows that the universe is a continuous field of energy and information. Everything vibrates, everything interacts. Thought, being a form of subtle energy, also acts upon this field. What Kardec called the universal fluid, contemporary physics, is beginning to glimpse in unified field theories, quantum energies, and coherence phenomena between particles. Therefore, spirit is a conscious energy center capable of producing effects through the force of will. Spiritism does not promise miracles, but offers rational explanations for facts that previously seemed supernatural. It does not create new laws, only reveals those that already existed. Just as electricity was magical before it was understood, mediumistic phenomena are natural, just unknown to many. When observed and studied systematically, they fit perfectly within the set of universal laws. Spiritual cures, for example, are not suspensions of biological laws. They occur through fluidic action on the organism, adjusting energetic and moral imbalances. Modern medical science is beginning to recognize the role of the mind and emotion in physical health. Neuroscience and psychoneuroimmunology studies demonstrate that thought, faith, and love produce beneficial chemical changes in the brain and immune system. Prayer, spiritual healing, and mental irradiation are expressions of these laws, not exceptions to them. Spiritism also shows that spirits do not perform miracles. They simply utilize natural resources they know better than us. They can act on matter, accelerate processes, inspire ideas, and produce physical phenomena, but all within the possibilities offered by fluidic nature and divine laws. There is no magical intervention. There is knowledge and harmony. Just as man masters electricity and magnetism, higher spirits master the fluids and energies of the invisible world. Quantum physics offers valuable analogies. A watcher can change the behavior of particles simply by observing them. This shows that consciousness interacts with reality on a deep level. Spiritism, for over 160 years, has already taught that thought is a living force and that spirit acts upon matter through mental vibration. Today, science is beginning to speak of quantum entanglement and coherence fields, which echo the spiritual laws described by Kardec. Spiritism is, therefore, the religion of reasoning and experience. It does not require blind faith, but invites observation and analysis. It does not impose dogmas, but encourages investigation. And the more science advances, the more it confirms the spiritual reality that Spiritism has already revealed. Kardec teaches that the true miracle is the knowledge of God's laws. When we understand these laws, we realize that everything is natural, even what seems extraordinary. Spiritism frees us from the mysticism of fear and guides us to serene faith, rational faith, which is based on reason and the observation of facts. Modern science, studying consciousness, begins to confirm that the universe is participatory, that the observer and the observed form an inseparable whole. This profound unity between spirit and cosmos is the foundation of what Kardec called universal life. Nothing is a miracle. Everything is an expression of an infinite order where thought and love are the creative forces. Thus, Spiritism does not perform miracles but explains the miracles of life. It shows that the supernatural is merely the natural expanded, seen from a higher perspective. God does not need to suspend his laws. They are perfect and eternal. Spiritism does not violate them. It reveals them. If this reflection brought you clarity and inspiration, share it. Because understanding that Spiritism does not perform miracles is recognizing that the true miracle is understanding God's laws with the light of reason and the faith of the heart.